retail seems to be like a scary conversation when it really should not be. We are just selling shampoo. It's not like we're selling like some crazy ass product, okay? It is something that is in everybody's showers. Everybody has shampoo and conditioner, some type of styling aid. I promise you, if you count the amount of products that you use today just to get ready to come here, it's gonna be probably at least 10 products, at least. So when we're talking about retail sales, it is not something to be scared of, because 84% of your guests are going to purchase retail. They might as well purchase it from you. So when clients are purchasing retail, it actually equals retention and profitability and scalability for our companies. So if your client is really trusting you, they're gonna rebook and they're gonna buy you the retail that you're recommending. So why retail? I don't know, why not? Why do we make it such a big deal? It's shampoo, okay? It is not some whatever. We're not asking them to buy a new car. We're asking to buy a $30 bottle of shampoo. So if we can just simplify it, that we're listening to our guest needs and that we offer solutions to them. And sometimes a solution is an additional service, but sometimes it is what they're using at home during those 5 weeks that they're not with you, that they're going to really experience a lot and really enjoy their cut and color that they're receiving today, because they know exactly what to do to take care of it. So please, take the scariness and the weirdness out of retail. It really should not be. It really should be a tool that you're using for your long-term client success. Let's talk about retail and what your retail goals should be. So when it comes to retail, remember, retail equals retention, equals profits, equals everybody's happy. And yet, for some reason, we don't really do it. I love to see at least double-digit retail to service. That's bare minimum, right? So it's 10% retail to service. Honestly, that's nothing. That should just be like bare minimum. I prefer to see 20 to 25% retail to service, or another way of looking at it, we can look at it as like half a product per guest. So 1 product per 2 guests. And really my top service providers, I prefer them selling at least 1 retail item per guest. So when we're looking at retail and what goals do we need to be hitting, we want to look at a baseline of your company. That's why our weekly monthly tracker is really great, because it allows me to see each service provider that's working for you, what they're doing on average in retail, and how can we bump that up just a little bit until we get to really our desired results with retail. So we want to take the baby steps in setting the ultimate goal. So right now, take a look at what is your company baseline? What if you bump that up 3 to 5% more? What difference would that make for your employees and their paycheck? What would make a difference in your profitability and your clients' experiences? So yeah, retail goal, it really does just depend, but I would say absolutely bare minimum, we want it to be into double digits when it comes to retail to service. Let's talk about having your teams buy in when it comes to your beautiful marketing efforts and retail that you bring in. I hear this all the time. Oh, I did this really cool contest and it flopped. Okay, there's been so many times that I thought I did the coolest contest ever and it totally flopped. You know what, I'm doing one this month and I'll let you know how it goes, but it may or may not work. So there are gonna be things that we do inside of our marketing efforts that are gonna be phenomenal. And there's gonna be some things that just totally flop. And we have to be okay with either one of those. But the thing about it is that how do we do internally? So when we look at, say, a marketing promotion, and it's all about selling retail. Buy 3 products, spin the wheel, as an example. And that wheel, they get whatever. We have to build up the excitement for our team. So are we doing something fun for not only for the team and the customers? So in the break room, do you have a really fun board that you're kind of tracking the retail sales? Are you doing drawings at your staff meetings of whoever won, free lunch for the day? So whenever you're looking at your marketing, how can you not be so boring about it? How can you make it super fun? How you keep it really exciting? And how can you bring a lot of fun to like your break room and different areas and doing shout outs with your team as they're hitting their goals, so that you are putting a lot of energy into your marketing efforts, and in return, you're getting a nice return on investment. And really the same thing goes whenever you bring in a retail item. When you bring in a new line or new whatever, I don't care what it is, but the more exciting that you are about it, the more your team's gonna be excited about it. So an example is this. I had my staff meeting last Saturday and we're gonna be going to a dinner, but I told them the dinner is like, it's really not about the dinner. It's not really about the food. It's really about the experience, okay? And I was like, who wants to go? And like nobody raised their hand. Well, no, I wouldn't want to go either, the way I explained it. And I said, why does anybody want to go? And they said, because you didn't sell us on it. It was terrible, Amy. I was like, cool point. I was like, it's not about the food, it's about the experience. So then I started sharing them about the experience they're gonna have at this dinner. And then everybody raised their hand. So that told me something. Only thing they're listening to is WIIFM. What's in it for me? And that's it. They want to know what's in it for them. So as soon as I explained to them in a beautiful way all about their experience. As I said, everybody decided that they wanted to go. So I want you to think about that. I don't care if it's your marketing efforts, if it's your retail you're bringing in, if it's a new service you're bringing in, or whatever. The only filter they're listening through is WIIFM, what's in it for me? If you get that nailed, I promise you, you're gonna have great staff engagement. Let's rewind about 15 years ago. In my salon, I could not figure out how to get my team excited for what I was excited for. What I realized is it was all of my ideas and really none of their ideas, but yet I needed them to be a part of this. So what I did is I started a thing called a yearly planning meeting. And this planning meeting, my very first one, it really did change my life. Now, keep in mind, only like 5 of my team members showed up because it's not mandatory. But in that planning meeting that we had, it was off-site, it was fun. I brought gifts for everybody. And we really made it all about a conversation and how we can really maximize the next year ahead and what would that look like. When we created the vision for the next year ahead, it was amazing to see how my team really took my company to the next level because they were part of making those decisions. Fast forward, year after year, the planning meetings grew, they grew, and I'm consistent at having them, and I'm consistent at what they look like, so my team knows exactly what to expect. Now I have 100% staff attendance, which is huge, as we all know this, but they're excited for it, and they leave there elated about what the next year ahead's gonna look like and how much we've accomplished in just a year's time. Because whenever we all are creating the vision, we create the plan together and we start to execute it, things become possible. So yes, planning meetings, game changer. Please put on the calendar, typically the last quarter of the year, and we're planning out the future year ahead. And I'm gonna tell you right now that you will hit your vision and your goals so much quicker and faster with the buy-in of your team. We can do so many more things together as a team and as a community than the owner feeling they have to drag the whole company on their shoulders.